The next question from the WhatsApp. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Zakir. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Mubin Patel. I am from Pune, Maharashtra, India. I am a student of MBA. As you know, there is no Islamic banking in India. I aspire to do business. I am young, but business startup requires huge investment to buy machinery, equipment, etc. As well as in order to run business, investment is required. Is taking interest-based loan for business halal? I see many Muslims taking loans based on interest and starting as well as running businesses for years. Is all this halal? Is the income generated from it halal? I am young and in a dilemma what to do. Please guide me. I am your fan and admire you, Dr. Zakir. May Allah bless you and your family with good health and life and reward you immensely on the day of judgment for guiding people, inshallah. Ameen. Brother Mubin Patel, who lives in Pune, Maharashtra, India, has asked the question, that is a student of MBA. Is it permitted to take a loan from a conventional bank which gives loan on interest to start up a business? He is a student of MBA, he'll be finishing MBA very soon. So if he wants to start a business, and he's saying to start a business you require an investment. As a startup and a company you require huge investment. So is it permitted? He knows many Muslims who take loan from the conventional bank and give riba. Is it permitted? Is the income halal? Taking loan from a conventional bank in which riba is involved is haram. Taking any loan which is based on interest or based on riba is haram. Such a business is haram. Regarding a question that I want to start a business, it requires huge investment. So what should I do? I'm in a dilemma. Number one, if you want to start a business, all businesses don't require huge investment. If you have just passed your MBA, you want to do a business with huge investment, there's a high risk. What if the business goes in loss? Huge business, huge investment. If you don't have the ability, don't have the principal amount of a huge amount, and you want to start a business with huge money, my advice to you is, it is a wrong decision. If you just pass from an MBA, even if you have a lot of money, don't put that huge money in starting a business. Always go slowly. First of all, you don't have money. You want to start a huge business with a huge investment. There are high chances it may not be successful. So best would be, you see to it that you start a business which is small, with a small investment. Once it starts running, then you can put in more money, more investment. It is safer. To start directly with a huge investment is not advisable. As far as where will get your money, the best is if you have a project and you are involved in some management. You take a company which is normally running and you take a model, and you are an MBA. You want to emulate a small company which is running well and the investment is a moderate amount or a small amount. You can surely convince your friend that the investment is not very big, it's a small amount. I will run the company, I have the know-how, I am a qualified MBA, etc. Maybe you will be able to convince some of your friends. This is called partnership, musharaka, it's the best. Or you cannot put your money, so it's not musharaka, you are handling it. So you have sweat equity, that I am going to handle it. So whatever money you put, I will take 20% profit, 100% your money, you take 80% profit. I take 10% profit, you take 90% profit. The bigger the investment, your share is less. If the investment is small, he is putting a small amount, then your share will be bigger because you are giving your full time. Your friend who is investing money is not giving the full time, and your net worth of 1 month would be quite high. So if the investment is small and the return is small, your percentage of sweat equity becomes high. If the investment is a huge amount and the profit is huge amount, then your share of sweat equity becomes small. So best is try and convince someone from your known circle, friend, etc. Start a small business, Once it's successful, then increase it, rather than going in for a huge investment. If it doesn't do well, who will bear the loss? If you cannot find someone and convince, there are certain times called as venture capitalists. Venture capitalist means you want to start a unique project which no one has done before. In a venture capitalist, the investment may be big. In this way, you have to pitch for a person to invest in your project. In this case, as venture capitalists, you can pitch, and there are organizations you can go, you can put your information on the net, you can go to an organization and try and pitch it, and there are people who are looking for, they are called as venture capitalists. They are looking for unique projects, but the thumb rule is that in such projects, the success rate is very low. The chances that if there are 100 projects, chances maybe 1 or 2 only would be successful, or maybe in 1,000 only 5 will be successful. So if you are going for a unique project which requires a big investment, it's called as venture capitalism. So you are the person who's the brain, you get a set equity, but chances of success is very low. But if you are successful, the returns will be super high. It's not 10%, 20%, and if you list it, it is, not percentage, it is 1,000%, 10,000%. That is, 10,000% means it 1,000% means 10 times. 10,000% is 100 times profit. You put $1 million, you will get $100 million, 10,000 times. So these projects agreed, the success rate is very small. So best would be start in a small way, do a conventional business, then you increase. Or if you don't have someone who is going to trust you, as a last resort, my advice would be go to an Islamic bank. The loan you take from an Islamic bank, it's not based on riba. It is based on, most of the time, is based on mudaraba. The Islamic banks don't do musharaka. They do, but very rarely, because musharaka is very risky unless you give a collateral, something which is high, like conventional bank, they will not involve. But they can come into a mudaraba, which is cost plus, and they will give you a system how they can loan money to you. But if you take from an Islamic bank, it's not riba based, it's not haram. As a last resort, I personally don't believe in taking loan for business. Best is profit sharing or as a third equity. Even from Islamic bank, I don't encourage. If something goes wrong, then you're paying a heavy price. I don't encourage. But if you have to take as a last resort, take from an Islamic bank which is permitted. Don't take from a conventional bank. Hope that answers the question.